Fi fo fum. Why are officers so damn dumb? Fee fi fo fee. Inland Auditing Media is free. What's up, everybody? Here's a video from Inland Auditing Media. He went to the Children and Families DCF, the Department of Children and Families, which is a limited public forum, and some lady just didn't like him in there because he has a camera and he wears a mask. Even though a few years ago, if you didn't wear a mask, you were a domestic terrorist for some reason in some people's eyes. Where are all these people, by the way, now? The morons. Now, if you wear a mask in public, it's not okay. So it just goes to show you that most Americans act on their feelings and culture and social norms instead of the actual law. And that includes policemen. I'm really starting to believe now that policemen, just like with the driver's license thing, either they're trained to violate your Fourth Amendment right by constantly asking you for ID and trying to force it when you're not legally required to give it. And now the same thing, I believe, is happening with public and private property, because cops, either they're trained or they're doing it on purpose. They will not differentiate between private property and public property. And you're about to see that here now, where he just finally got a 7th-month trespass quashed. He's here filing a complaint against the officer who trespassed him, who had no right to do so. The lawyer for the state has told the people at DCF he should have never been trespassed and he was unlawfully trespassed. So that means they unlawfully trespassed him and the cop unlawfully trespassed him, because almost every cop believes public and private property trespassing is the same thing. And it's not. So he comes to file this complaint, and the stupid sergeant on the right has a sourpuss the whole time. And finally, he says something about the cop who illegally trespassed him needs to be trained. And this one on the left exposes himself and shows how they conflate public and private property together. And as soon as Steve calls him on it, the sergeant gets his vagina in a tither and starts acting like a petulant child. So here we go.
Office Manager Tisch said today it's even more clear that Officer Rollins should not have done what he did. I'm not looking to have the guy hanging, but he should probably get some training on,
Well, if a business or an entity asks us to trespass someone, we go off the fact that it meets their requirements to trespass someone. So,
right? He totally said what completely wrong.
Much like if 7-Eleven said this person was being disorderly, I'd like him trespassed, we would issue the trespass on their behalf.
Your commander's in here, right?
I think so.
Not trying to smash you, man, but
yeah.
That analogy was completely not right.
Sir, do you want to make a complaint against Officer Rollins? I can help you.
I do, but actually hearing this, I'd like to have this corrected too, because
let's talk about one thing at a time. Do you want to make a complaint against Officer Rollins for what occurred on March 6th?
yes.
Okay.
And then
I
I'd
can
like to address that.
Then I can get that information for you.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Sure.
I think we have the information we need for you.
Yes, but now I'd like to address that issue. That is not correct. I'd like to address
that's fine.
training.
We're not going to address it. We're going to go. I'll get the information for you to make it.
We're not going to address it. So as soon as this cop on the left completely exposes himself for not knowing the law, right away his sergeant is running cover for him. That's the only reason the sergeant was out there to begin with, so he could do this, to divert him. No, we're not going to talk about the fact that my officer, who's directly under me and right in front of me, misquotes the law and conflates private property and public property, which means you're going to keep doing this because they want to do this. They want to show up somewhere, say, you got to go, end of story. And that's not the law. Just like you don't have to ID just because a cop wants you to. They're trained to violate your rights, people. Period, point blank.
Address this, sir.
Because we're not going to. Okay, we're just not going to. We can go.
Okay.
We're just not going to. Scumbag pig.
I'll be right back with the forms.
Okay. I need to talk to somebody else, Sergeant. Above you.
Okay. I'll see if I can find somebody.
Thank you.
Yeah, the commander was there a second ago.
Jesus Christ. The city. Goddamn. If that commander's available, or a lieutenant, or a captain, I've got a problem with that sergeant that just came out now. So I need to talk to somebody above him, because what I just heard from that officer Nicholson, and then tried to lodge a complaint right there or address the issue with the sergeant just straight up said, I'm not going to deal with it. So really inappropriate. That was the time to handle it right there. He's his supervisor, and apparently as a supervisor, he doesn't want to deal with it. So I need to talk to whoever his boss is.
So you said lodge a complaint against that officer right there, that supervisor?
Well, look, I don't want it to be like some official thing. I just want to talk to commander and be like, or a lieutenant or a captain and say, look, this is what he said. Here it is on camera. He is literally saying the exact same thing that Officer Rollins said. Why would a lawyer from the state of Washington for DCYF countermand exactly what that officer just said? Because he's wrong, and so is Officer Rollins. And if this keeps happening, we're just going to keep having these problems where trespasses occur, then it gets revoked, just like it did because Officer Rollins did something he should not have done. I need to deal with somebody here that can make a command decision on the training, because this is what led to the problem in the first place.
Okay, hold on.
Thanks. Look, all I'm looking to do here is just have a...
So disgusting sergeant comes back out. He asked for his superior. I'm sure they gave him some BS like, no one's there, they're in a meeting, blah, 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 blah. This is the epitome of a pig in a costume. This is a disgusting human being right here. This is what creates bad cops and perpetuates bad policing. This guy right here from the Vancouver PD or whatever the hell they are.
A cordial conversation. If we disagree in the end, so be it. I at least just want to document what I want to provide to the city. I'm trying to seek redress of my grievances with my government.
Right. So I think the officer, that was what he was here for. He took the report that you wanted to make.
Fine.
Okay. These are the forms for a complaint if you'd like to make it.
Sure.
You can fill them out, or if you don't want to do that. I think I have a decent understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I could do it myself if you want me. But if you so choose, absolutely, there's all the information you would need to do that.
No, I'll make the complaint. All I want to say is, it seems like there is still a problem going on, because, and maybe I misunderstood, so I just want to clarify. As a sergeant, I'm banking.
I'm not going to have this.
So you're not going to have this conversation. So you just said you were going to have the conversation.
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
So
This is not the
proper forum. What do you mean, idiot? You don't have to drag everything through court and force us to come out of our pocket to sue you, the people who steal the money straight from our pocket. That's not how the American system's supposed to work. Your deputy just conflated private property and public property, and you ran interference for him because you guys want to keep going the way you've been going and treating public and private property the same when they're not. And compelling ID when you don't have the lawful authority to do so. That's why this movement was created, because cops break the law constantly and they enforce their feelings. And it takes gigantic beasts like I Am Free Media to expose you disgusting cockroach parasites. But I digress.
venue to do that. If you want to make a complaint, by all means, please do that.
No, this isn't an issue about...
Is there anything else besides...
I'm trying to address an issue.
Is there anything else that you want from the police as far as like to make a complaint, or we've taken a police report from you? Here's the complaint form if you want to make a complaint. Other than that, I'm not going to engage you in this
address the
conversation.
problem that came up.
Have a nice day.
Wow, what is your problem, Sergeant?
They don't want to touch on any legal issue because they know they don't obey the law. And if you had that conversation right there, it would implicate him and the way he trains his officers to just trespass everybody from anywhere they feel like it. He doesn't want to say it on camera because it could be used against him. You understand? He's a criminal. You just saw a criminal. And when he tried to redress his public servant, he just says, nah, I'm not going to address the illegitimate things my underling was just saying. I'm going to walk away because I'm a sovereign above you. And good luck trying to get me in trouble. I don't have to talk to you. This isn't the proper venue. Yes, it is, moron. My God. People who still support police are the stupidest people in the world. This is worse than communists. This is worse than fascists. They do whatever they want, and they've ruined millions of lives over the years. This is what passes as a sergeant in the American police force. All right, there you go, everybody. I'll put the link in the description. This is Inland Auditing Media. Awesome auditor, very thorough. He does the things I wish I could do. I don't have the brain power, or I'm too ADHD or whatever it is to be able to string things together and keep it all organized the way this guy does. This is a journalist by far and wide better than most journalists out there, including on TV, including BBC and Sky and Fox and all them garbage prostitutes. Steve's doing it right. Period, point blank. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.